So I made 3 cakes with 4 cups of flour. So I used 4 cups of flour to make the 2 chocolate and this 1 vanilla cake you're seeing here. Let me show you how we made the cake, all right? This recipe should be in your Christmas cake recipe anyway, especially when you're a beginner, all right? So I'm using 2 sachets of margarine here. I'm using this particular Siemens, that's what I'm showing you. So I'll go ahead and add 2 cups of sugar. I'll be using 2 cups of sugar. You can use 1 cup instead, all right? So that is 1 cup and this is the second cup. I'll go ahead and cream that, and then before we continue I will need 1 cup of buttermilk. So I'm just adding my tea milk in my cup here. So it wasn't up to 1 cup. I'll just add in regular water to get 1 cup. I'm adding my 1 cup of vinegar to get my buttermilk. Now this is sold for 500. Go ahead and get it and keep in your house. So I'm just using 1 cup. I'll go ahead and add it. Now you can use 1 tablespoon of your vinegar. Mix it and keep it aside. Back to our sugar and butter. This is what I got. I cream and cream and cream. I was tired. I stopped creaming. Now, you know me, normal me, I would just use my hand to crack the egg and put it inside. I decided to crack it separately and there was bad egg. So I have to take it out. Thank God I followed my instinct. My instinct just told me to crack it separately today and that will happen. So I still have some sugar there. I beg. Now me they do am for house. I no buy person. The work done too much. I have to stop creaming the sugar and butter, and then I started adding in my eggs. All right. So remember to add your egg cream. Add your eggs. I've told you guys how to do this process, right? Add your egg cream 1 minute. Add your egg cream 1 minute. Now this is a repost, you know already. If you're following me, you know already. So I just feel like this festive period, a lot of you need simple cake in your house. So I'm bringing out this recipe. So in total, I use 6 eggs. All right. So remember to add your egg mix. Add your egg. Now my bowl was too small, so I was just doing all this gradually. So eventually, I have to divide the dough into 2, you understand. Anyway, we're making vanilla cake and also chocolate cake with 1 batter. Now I finished adding the remaining egg off camera. I have to reduce the batter into 2. Now I will add in my vanilla flavor and I realized I did not have enough. This is only what I had left over, so I have to add it in the first batter and mix properly, and then I'll go ahead and add in my flour 2 cups. So after mixing it, I'll go ahead and sieve. Remember, it's very important to sieve. I'm using here 2 cups of flour. I will add the first one and mix, and then add the second one because again my bowl was small, so I need to do it in batches, 2 batches. So I'll go ahead and pour in the remaining one and sieve, making sure I don't pour it on the ground. Now this bowl that I'm using here is this thing, is my mixer. Work as I buy am, gree work. I'll go ahead and add in my 1/2 cup of my cocoa powder, 1/2 tablespoon of my baking powder, and then 1/2 teaspoon of my baking soda. Now this is my recipe. If you think my recipe is not correct, you can add your own recipe in the comment section. So people that don't like this one will go ahead and use your own recipe. All right, so I added in salt. I'll go ahead and mix everything. Remember, knowledge is power. We are all open to learn. This is my own recipe. If you think it's wrong, add your own recipe in the comment section. People that don't want to use my own recipe will decide to use your own recipe. All right, so I'll go ahead and mix everything together like that. So this is how fluffy our butter is looking already. So I'll go ahead and add in my 1/2 cup of milk. Remember, we are using 1 cup of milk for the 2 of them, so I divided 1/2 cup. You can see there that is 1/2 cup. I'll go ahead and mix it properly. The cake was so sweet. It was so good. Now I'll go ahead and just use my spatula to fold it in, just like what you're seeing there. Just fold and fold. So after folding, I'll add in chocolate because our cocoa powder was bitter and I needed to make it sweeter. I beg. Children won't also chop this cake, and this cake was used for my baby boy's birthday, so I needed it to be very sweet. I went ahead and added in my chocolate and chocolate chips and folded everything in. This cake was loaded. It was so good. Now look at how fluffy and how beautiful that butter is looking like. I'll go ahead and divide it into 2 in my pan. Remember to always butter your pan, dust it out with flour, or like I do, I don't dust, I don't do anything. I just oil it and then layer parchment paper down and then pour in my batter. That is what I do. The chocolate cake is ready to go to the oven. Now this is the second batter. I poured in my 1 cup of flour. I will sieve and pour in the second cup. So this is the second cup. Now remember, you can mix 1 cup first before you add in the second cup. I know what I was doing, all right? So after sieving the second cup, I'll go ahead and add in my half tablespoon of baking powder. I'm not using baking soda on this one. I'm only using baking powder, all right? Now I'll go ahead and mix and pour in the remaining half cup of the buttermilk. Remember, we made 1 cup and we shared it half for the 2 cakes. So after adding in my remaining milk, I went ahead and mixed. I used vanilla flavor in powder form when I was adding the flour, but I think that part was I edited out because I did not see it ahead. So you know, I'm just telling you. So I preheated my pan when I was making the chocolate cake, because I baked the chocolate with my pan. Then the vanilla cake I baked with my oven. Do you understand? So after preheating for 2 minutes, I opened, placing my cake, covered tightly, and allow it to bake. Now this is the second batter. I used here, I think this cake pan was size 10 or size 8, thereabout. You understand? So after adding in my batter, I went ahead and leveled out the pan, and then I baked this one with my oven 160 degree for 40 minutes. It was ready. Now I checked this one also, the first check-in, it was ready. You understand? To bake with pan, they like pass oven, because pan they give me joy. Like to bake with my pot, they give me joy. So this is what I used. I'm just showing you the under. So the oven cake was ready for, that is the blue thing you're seeing there before the pot cake. Remember, pot take a longer time to bake than the oven. To bring light, you can see the cake is very, very soft. So you allow it to cool before you decorate. Always allow your cake to cool before you decorate, so that your icing will stay on top and will not melt. If your cake is still warm or hot, when you put your icing, it will melt. So this was the second vanilla cake. Oh, look at how pretty. Oh, the cake was so nice. Now I decorated the 2 of them. I posted the video of the decoration, the 2 decoration videos. So don't forget to like, share, follow for more. Bye.